Howdy, folks. I'm Jeff,
And I'm John.
and we are the
The
J and
J&J
J Show on the road.
On the road again.
Where are we at?
We're in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
At the Equipment and Tool Institute, and right here we have with us Dorman Lester Dorman.
The
What?
most famous guy I know. He's awesome.
He's Lester with Dorman.
I've known this guy for 20 years. Yeah, 20 bucks. 20 bucks is fine. Yeah, we're
But
cheap.
your Facebook is. Tell us what your Facebook is.
It's Lester. Well, so I have my own handle, Lester Dorman.
Yes.
But we also have our own private Facebook group. It's the Dorman Brand Ambassador Forum. Essentially, we created it to make sure that we get feedback from technicians, counter professionals on what we can do better, and also for new ideas, things that they're going back to the dealer for. But what we've always said is that we can't expect to get those new ideas if everyone isn't happy with our existing quality. So really, it started out looking for new ideas, but we realized we had some issues and challenges. So it really turned into a sounding platform for technicians, counter professionals, outside sales folks, for our customers to let us know what we can do better.
Now, when we talk about OE, the reason you're part of ETI is they actually have the OE representatives here because there was 9 of them this week, and there were 6 on the stage today.
It's awesome.
It was pretty neat. But when all of a sudden now Dorman has access because these are tool and equipment manufacturers that are mostly makes up the big part of the membership. You guys are here to have access to the OEs.
Correct.
And so tell us how that works out.
So it's really something new for us. We've always had one person, actually Rob Nice, he's on the board. It started coming out here, but historically you don't see a lot of hard part manufacturers here. Nor do you see a lot of shop owners, and I know we're going to get to that a little bit later. But I really think it's important. When you look at, and they talked about it today, the complexity of vehicles. I mean, you go back to when John's working on vehicles, dwell points and things like that, carburetors when I was working on them, to today. I think it's really important for manufacturers and shop owners to be a part of this, to work with the OEM so we can repair these vehicles and now have 6 different CAN bus networks and all these different protocols in order for us to all move forward as an industry in the aftermarket together. Because if we don't have access to that information, the aftermarket is not going to be able to come out with those types of products. And then the technicians, if they're not getting the proper training, won't be able to work on those vehicles. And this is the biggest show that brings OEMs, tool and equipment manufacturers, and service centers all together to have those discussions.
And so by having access to them, the other part of that is sometimes when the manufacturers make something, part of what Dorman is when you start seeing pattern failures, is you guys say, okay, this needs to be improved just a little, and that's something that Dorman can do versus the manufacturer having to retool and change it all up, and then it's like, okay, do we have a recall or TSBs or whatever? But Dorman can just go, okay, let's improve that just a little, and that's where your product comes in.
100%. And look, they always make some great products, but they're not working with tier 1 manufacturers. They got to learn more and more. They're built for big production. They're slow. They can't make a quick change and turn on a dime. So we're happy that we can add that value. We even have local dealers in our area and even across the country, franchises buying our parts because they can get their customers back on the road. A lot of times there's a serviceable part that fails, but the OE has to sell you the whole entire assembly. And unfortunately, we're seeing more and more now, a lot more of the O&Es because of supply constraints are more and more out of stock. So we feel like there's a great niche there we can fill, and we're excited about partnering with as many shops and customers as we can.
Now, when we talk about why y'all come, and then it's mostly OEs and tool manufacturers, we're out here because they've invited us as shop owners, and they've opened it up and created a new deal called affiliate membership, where now it's affordable for shops to come. What value do you see that you can tell the folks that shop owners need to come here for?
So this is my first time here, but I'd say number one, I don't know about you, but that panel today was amazing. Hearing the folks from Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Nissan, VW, and GM all say that we're here to support the aftermarket.
That was powerful.
We can't do it by ourselves. I just like to make sure we have that as shop owners, you'll have additional access to everything you need to work on those vehicles.
And they're here and they want to talk to us. They want to hear what we got to say. They're interested. They got us up on a panel tomorrow to talk about some of the issues that affect us, and they're going to be in the room listening to what we got to say. I'm so excited about that, and just to get more of the independents here to see guys like you here and talk to them, and you get feedback from these guys that are independent repair guys that are in the trenches, so to say. I think that's amazing. What I like to say here at events like this is you're looking through that crystal ball. You're seeing some of the future stuff that you normally wouldn't see
You're
until you get
hearing
to
about
it.
it. You're finding out about it. That this is what's planning, and they were in there talking about from one year to the next. Some of the technology has changed where it's like, okay, you got to open up the owner's manual and read how to make something work on your car. In the meantime, we're trying to fix those things.
Yep.
And so if we don't have the information and knowledge, and that's one of the deals that they always were talking about was, hey, we want to be able to have the information to you because it's not as much about who puts it on as is creating brand loyalty.
Exactly.
So if it's the second owner, third owner, or as Toyota said, the third or fourth owner down the road has that car, we want them to be happy with a Toyota. And so
And
how
buy
does
it
that
again.
work? It works by folks like us fixing it. It works like folks like y'all that it can make improvements on some of the original equipment parts because it's like, okay, that car's down the road. The dealer can't go back and they always can't make a new part and change it just a little unless they do a recall or something like that. That's where it comes in. But we were so thrilled to be able to talk with you last night. And that's the opportunities that are available here is the networking. Right now, we caught you in between a meeting and
Headed to another one.
another one, and there's folks sitting out here around the tables out there just sitting around networking.
Huge opportunities.
Huge opportunities. Well, anything else you want to share about what's going on in Dorman?
What is this Dorman Training Center on your shirt? We're about training. What is that?
Thanks for asking me. I was going to completely forget. There's so many things. But the other comment I just wanted to make about the shop owner piece, and I don't know if you can attest to this, John, from all the shops we visit, I feel like most shops' mentality is that they always are against us. They don't want to work
And they're
with us.
not, right?
And really, they aren't that level. And the relationships ETI has with those key people at the dealerships is huge as well, too.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to, I'm glad you brought it up. This is brand new to Dorman. So in my 19 plus years at Dorman, since 2019, from the beginning of time till 2019, Dorman did no technician training. It was all product training. We have great products. I'm obviously biased. We never did technician training. Over the last several years, and one of the reasons why we're here, we're looking to support and improve the industry. So we've taken on building out a platform for technician training. Has nothing to do with talking about our products. 100% training on the latest and greatest technologies, hybrid, GDI, EV, all the different technologies that we believe technicians have to be ready for in order to fix the vehicles. DormanTrainingCenter.com, check it out. We have free classes on there. We have free webcasts on Wednesdays and also some pay-per-view content as well. We're going to continue to expand and roll that out all across North America.
So it's not actual facility; it's a web-based type training program.
So it's actually both. So we'll partner with any of our customers, any of the large four retailers, any of our traditional customers. We'll go as small as we actually did training for one small shop in Florida, out to huge training for some of the big retailers, working with them as well.
So if I got a couple shops in my area and have 4 or 5 shops come in, you would come and do some training for us?
Yes.
If we scheduled it out.
100%.
Yeah. Cool.
And that's all part of what the J&J show promotes is tools, technology, and training. So it sounds like we need to get Lester on.
We need to get Lester on a Wednesday night deal and talk about this training some more because I'm interested in who's this trainer.
And
our big trainer, most people know him is
a big trainer.
Jerry Truly is our main
trainer. Oh my
trainer.
gosh, Mr. G.
He's our head trainer. And we have some other folks coming on board too as well to help out. Yeah.
You couldn't have picked nobody better unless you picked me, of course.
We're going to right here.
Well, look, as we expand it, we're going to need more trainers.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested, let me know.
And our cameraman right there is actually, see what his shirt says, Master Automotive Training.
He's a student of G's. I think we all are that, though.
So as you can see, we're having plenty of fun out here on the road, at ETI. As always, we appreciate you watching.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, brother.